24, Warrington Wolves 20 in a game at the Salford Community Stadium that lacked quality but not drama. Neither team really wanted to win this. The amount of times they were knocking the ball on, errors are plenty in this one. Oh, dearie, dearie me indeed. It just wasn't a spectacle, was it? Got to give credit though to Salford. Of course, they battled hard throughout this game. I mean, they had the game won, didn't they, in normal time before Brad Singleton. What was he thinking about? I mean, he'll be relieved, won't he, that he managed to get that offload to Tim Lafay in order to send Burgess down the wing. That one of the few moments of quality in the game, I would say. That try, and probably the only other real moment of genius was probably the Dufty Williams try. The other try is pretty scruffy, it has to be said. Warrington gifted too. The Brodie Croft one, of course, when Ratchford knocked on, that was a gift as well. But speaking of Brodie Croft, what a performance this one was from Brodie Croft. Right bang at it. 2 tries, of course, 143 metres from 22 carries, two clean breaks in this one as well. Croft had his hands all over the game. He was really, really good. Good to see that not only on Channel 4, but also the Albert Goldthorpe points going the way of Croft. I can have no argument about that whatsoever. Real quality right there. I think Warrington, for me, will look back at this game and really the error count was the thing that really did hurt them. They had 18 errors in this game. 18 to Salford's 9. You're not going to win a game like that. I mean, had they have not been a little bit frivolous with the ball, perhaps it could have been another win, this one, for the Warrington Wolves. And they will rue this opportunity because, of course, now they're right back into the melting pot. I still think that Warrington will finish in the top 6, and that's more based on the fact of Salford's 2 games that they've got left rather than the Warrington ones. But we'll come back to that in a few moments' time. Ken Seo, also 172 metres coming out of backfield, was absolutely outstanding. We talked about Burgess. Burgess 138 metres, that all-important break down the field, feeding Sam Stone, and the Stone try, I thought, like I say, real quality. Now, obviously, he did Fulis at that point. Fulis was tired. There was 2 moments in this game for me, and from a Warrington Wolves supporter, that I'd be really, really seething about. The first one clearly was the Fulis break, where there's no doubt about it. Ryan Briley should be going for 10. I mean, any neutral, would have been screaming at the TV if it was their team. That is all day long a penalty. Do not understand how that one wasn't given. Now, the second thing as a Warrington fan was self-inflicted. Stefan Ratchford wins the toss for Golden Point and elects to receive the ball. Now, for me personally, you never do that in Golden Point. If you win the toss, you kick, you back your defence, you force the error, you try and get good field position. And especially in a game like this, where, let's be fair, Warrington's handling, I've already said 18 errors in this game for Warrington. Your handling isn't on point. Why would you want to receive the ball at the start of Golden Point when you've got an error count of 18? It makes no sense whatsoever. Punch it downfield, try and at least get a good first setting, restrict your opposition to maybe 40 metres, bring the ball back to the 14. The chances are you're going to have the first shot at the all-important drop goal. Do not understand why Stefan Ratchford elected to receive the ball, instead play towards his own supporters. Do not understand that. Never will understand that. It was the wrong decision. It really, really was the wrong decision. And that, for me, is where the game's won and lost. It's 20-all, and I think that decision alone, there you go. Warrington didn't get a sniff for me in that first period of Golden Point extra time, and it was all because of territory. Simple as that. Basics of rugby league. Do not understand why that'll be. And I'll be honest, if there's another Golden Point at some point during the season and Warrington do win a toss again, please, please, please elect to kick off. Do not, under any circumstances, receive the ball, especially when your handling was as poor as Warrington's was this week. I have to say, Vaughan again in defeat. You can't argue with Paul Vaughan. Every week, you know what you're getting. The second highest meter maker of a prop forward in this particular round 25, 123 more meters for Paul Vaughan, still leading the meter charts in Super League. It's an incredible story. But yeah, I'd say the fighting spirit, the galvanized spirit of the Salford Red Devils, you've got to give them so much credit for this one. It wasn't a spectacle. It was a gritty affair. Salford had to win it, and by God, did they find a way to do that. Well done to Salford. Really good side. Really like watching Salford when they're on the game. They weren't on the game on Sunday. But like I say, it's just one of those things, and a great win for them. Next up for them is a mouth-watering contest. Absolute mouth-watering contest, live on Sky this Saturday evening. They go to Craven Park. If Hull KR win that game, they are in the playoffs. If Salford win that game, then I think Warrington are really, really in trouble. They have to then go to Huddersfield, their final game of the season, and win. I do not see Warrington with their topsy-turvy form and the way Saints are playing, beating St Helens at the Halliwell Jones Stadium this Friday night. So on that basis, Warrington will want to restrict the amount of points they concede in that one. That's going to be critical for Warrington if they do lose, because they will have to win at Huddersfield and hope that points difference, and it's mad, isn't it, the way this season has been, because points difference, Warrington may win that last game of the season against Huddersfield and still finish fifth on points difference should Hull KR lose to Salford, and then they both lose their final game, because after Hull KR they play Catalan Dragons at home to Salford. And like I say, those are two really difficult teams. I don't see Salford beating Hull KR. I could be wrong, but I think KR at the moment are in great form. The fact they've now got Abdul back for his kicking prowess, Schneider's in great form, Lewis is in great form, Walker's steady as a rock at the back. They've got the Parcell-Litton combination at hooker. The spine looks absolutely superb going into playoff rugby league as Hull KR's. So for me now, I think this is a real difficult running. Salford, without doubt, for me personally, have the most difficult running of the five of those three teams that are vying for those two playoff spots. As for KR, once they've dispatched Salford Red Devils, it's Wakefield Trinity at Wakefield on the last game, and I'm sorry, don't see anything coming out of that for Wakefield Trinity unless KR are absolutely assured of fifth, which mathematically I don't think they can be. So bottom line here for me is that, actually, no, they can be. If Warrington lose, and of course KR, they beat Salford, they will be assured of that fifth spot. And on that basis, they may rest a few come the Wakey game. And that might mean that Wakey can bow out with a win. So that's something for KR fans to ponder and to consider. An opportunity there for them to maybe have a little bit of a break before the playoffs there. But there you go. What an interesting game this one was. Salford Red Devils 24, the Warrington Wolves 20. The Wolves are doing it tough, and quite frankly, I don't think either of these two sides, if they get in the playoffs, are really going to be up to much in the playoffs, and I've got to be really honest about that. They're not playing consistently enough, and I think the likes of Wigan, Catalan and St Helens, and dare I say it, the Lee Leopards, if they can get back into form, have been far better and should dispatch either of these two teams in playoff rugby league. But there you go. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? I don't know. You tell me. Over to you guys. Comment, like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you next time on In the Sheds.